we expect betrayal from strangers. We might even brace for it from people we don't get along with. But we never expect it from someone who once called us best friend. Someone who knew our secrets, celebrated our wins, held us during breakdowns. And when that person breaks your trust, it's not just a crack, it's a collapse. Today, we explore: why do some friends betray our trust? And how do we begin to rebuild after such a deep wound? Friendship is one of life's most powerful forms of chosen love. Unlike family, we aren't born into it. We choose it. And in that choice, we let down our walls. We give someone the key to parts of us few people get to see. That's what makes betrayal so painful. It's not just about what they did. It's about how deeply they knew you and still did it anyway. Betrayal feels like emotional whiplash. One day, they're with you. The next, you don't recognize them. It can leave you doubting your judgment, your worth, even your ability to trust again. But here's the truth you might need to hear today. Their betrayal is not your failure. Understanding their why doesn't excuse it, but it can help you make peace with it. Let's gently explore the psychological, emotional, and spiritual reasons why friends, even close, loving ones, sometimes betray our trust. We'll also offer reflection, healing steps, and guidance for what to do next. One, jealousy that festers quietly. Betrayal often begins in silence, not action. A friend who sees your success, your relationship, or your self-confidence may start to feel small in comparison. Maybe they never say anything. Maybe they continue to clap, smile, laugh. But beneath the surface, something starts to turn. Jealousy isn't always loud, but it's corrosive. It erodes the sense of safety in the friendship, even if you did nothing wrong. It convinces them that hurting you might somehow restore their balance. They might share your secrets with others to bring you down a peg. Copy your ideas but claim credit. Start distancing themselves, then turn cold or aggressive. Emotional truth. A jealous friend rarely celebrates your glow. They fear it will shadow their own. 2. Insecurity turned outward. Some people feel so unsure of themselves that your happiness feels like a threat. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to soothe their own pain in the only way they know how, by dragging someone else down. These friends often criticize you under the guise of joking, reveal things you ask them to keep private, for attention, keep you close, then lash out when they feel inadequate. Example: they may share an embarrassing secret with a group of people to laugh. Not realizing or caring, it damages your trust. Therapeutic insight. Insecure people often seek power by controlling the narrative. They betray to feel significant, but it never truly fills the void inside them. 3. Unprocessed trauma and emotional projection. Sometimes your friend isn't reacting to you at all. They're reacting to a memory, a former betrayal, abandonment, or violation that was never healed. When you love them, show up consistently, or offer real connection, they start to panic. It feels unfamiliar, unsafe, too good to be true. So they sabotage it, push you away, lash out, or preemptively betray you before they believe you'll do it first. This looks like sudden coldness, picking unnecessary fights, disclosing your secrets to others to punish you for being too close. Healing lesson. If someone hasn't healed from their past, they may bleed on people who never cut them. 4. Fear of rejection. Some people betray not because they want to, but because they expect the friendship to end anyway. They fear being abandoned, left, outgrown, forgotten. So instead of waiting for it to happen, they do something to destroy it. First, in their mind, controlling the end is less painful than being surprised by it. This might look like making mean comments to provoke you, starting rumors, disengaging, then blaming you for being distant. Emotional core. This is betrayal born from deep fear, not hatred, but the damage it causes is just as real. 5. Need for power and status. For some, information is power. Your vulnerability becomes their leverage. Your secrets become their social currency. They may not hate you. They may not even feel guilty. They simply value power more than trust. These friends often brag about knowing things others don't, use your story to appear interesting, put you down in public to feel superior. Warning sign. They're kind in private, but careless with your reputation in public. 6. Emotional immaturity and lack of boundaries. Not all betrayal is malicious. Some is simply irresponsible. A friend who has never been taught boundaries may not know how to protect yours. They might repeat your secrets out of carelessness, not cruelty. They might gossip without realizing the damage, but intent doesn't erase impact. Signs of emotional immaturity include talking over you when you try to express hurt, justifying harmful actions as not a big deal, avoiding accountability with jokes or silence. Important truth. Good people can still do harmful things if they haven't developed emotional maturity. 7. External influence or peer pressure. Sometimes the betrayal doesn't start with them. It starts with someone else. A new partner who dislikes you, a toxic friend group, a controlling parent or sibling. Instead of standing up for you, they fold. They choose comfort over loyalty. They betray not from personal malice, but from weakness. Real life story. She was my best friend until she started dating someone who didn't like me. Suddenly, I was cut off. No explanation. A year later, she admitted he didn't want her to have any close female friends. 8. Narcissism and exploitation. Not every friend is a true friend. Some people see others as tools, not equals. They enter your life when they want something and leave the moment they no longer benefit. Narcissistic friends love bomb at first, mirror your values to gain closeness, betray you when you no longer serve their needs. Heartbreaking truth. Some people befriend you to get something, not to build something. 9. Unspoken resentment or hidden grievances. Sometimes betrayal comes from bitterness that was never voiced. Maybe they felt used. Maybe they were hurt, but didn't say anything. Over time, those feelings became quiet resentment. Eventually, it erupts in betrayal. They may turn others against you, air grievances in public, humiliate you accidentally. Lesson. Silence doesn't protect friendships. It poisons them. 10. They were never fully invested. Perhaps the most painful truth. You were more invested than they were. To them, you were one of many. To you, they were one of one. They didn't feel the weight of trust the same way. They didn't treat loyalty as sacred. And when tested, they failed. Reminder: just because someone was part of your story doesn't mean they were meant for your whole book. One, validate your experience. You're not too sensitive. You're not dramatic. You're a human being who expected trust and got betrayal. Allow yourself to grieve. What you lost wasn't just a person. It was a vision of the future, a history of memories, and a part of yourself. 2. Don't rush to forgive. You are allowed to take your time. Forgiveness is a gift, not an obligation. You can heal without minimizing the damage. You can grow without pretending it didn't hurt. 3. Choose healing over retaliation. You may want to expose them, tell your side, drag them on social media. But ask yourself, will this bring peace or prolong the pain? Sometimes silence is the loudest strength. Sometimes walking away is the most powerful closure. 4. Reflect with compassion for yourself. Instead of, how could they? Ask, were there red flags I ignored? Was I overgiving to someone underinvested? Where can I set firmer boundaries next time? You're not blaming yourself. You're empowering your future. 5. Rebuild your trust in humanity, slowly. Betrayal makes us want to close off, to stop trusting, to armor up. But don't let someone's betrayal rob you of your softness. There are people who will honor your heart. You haven't met them all yet. You are not naive for trusting. You're not weak for loving deeply. Their betrayal is not your shame to carry. It's their lesson to learn and your story to rise from. If this video brought you comfort, clarity, or hope, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. You never know who else is silently grieving the loss of a friendship. Your healing is possible, and your heart is still worthy of deep, loyal, life-giving connection.